What if I told you you could play with all 3 mobs from this year's Minecraft mob vote without installing any mods? Well, in today's video, I got to do just that, and you can too. Origin Realms, a free-to-play vanilla Minecraft server, has fully functional versions of the Glare, the Allay, and the Copper Golem. So I thought I'd check them out today and test each of their abilities to see which one would be the most useful. As always, if you enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe down below so you'll be ready for my next video when it comes out. And if you want to test these mobs out for yourself, all you have to do is join the IP play.originrealms.com. Let's get on to the video. The first mob we have here to look at today is the Glare. This was actually the first mob revealed for this year's mob vote, and personally, I think it's the mob that looks the best. Unfortunately, it doesn't really do anything special, but you can actually tame it with glowberries. You feed it a couple glowberries, and once it's had enough, it'll actually grow flowers on the outside of it, which shows you that it is tamed, and it'll basically just follow you around wherever you go. Now, I have full bright on right now, so you cannot see the actual brightness of this cave, but it is actually incredibly dark, and whenever it goes somewhere where mobs can spawn, you can see it starts shaking and it gets mad. It does a little like angry animation with its eyes. But yeah, this is pretty much all the Glare really does. He just gets mad when it's dark. Nothing really special. Thankfully, I have thought of one specific way we can use the Glare. We actually have a capture net here, which captures the Glare and lets us bring it back to our own base. And I know the perfect place to put it. Not gonna lie. It's kind of where it belongs. Alright, so mob number 2 is the Allay, and the Allay actually spawns in plains biomes and forest biomes. There it is, baby! All we need to do to tame the Allay is just hold out a cookie, and as you can see, it follows us immediately. If we take the cookie out of our hand, kind of forgets we exist and just floats off into the void of life. But all we have to do is take a cookie up to it, feed it a couple cookies until it likes us, then it has an angel ring that spawns above its head, which lets us know that it is tamed. And now if we give it any item we want, if I throw that item on the ground, or if the item just falls, I don't know, from a block or from the sky, it'll bring that item back to us and give it into our inventory. And in addition to just picking up any random item and giving it to you, all we need to do if we want to get the full potential out of the Allay mob is place down a note block, which is one of its favorite things besides cookies. You can actually just left click the block, and if it's nearby, it'll dance. So if you like spam it. But that's not the reason we need note blocks. We need note blocks because note blocks actually tell the Allay where to bring its items. So if I give it a cookie and I stand over here, it's not really going to care that I'm over here. It's actually going to bring it to the note block. So we can tell the Allay where we want it to drop items. He should just drop it straight in the hopper instead of the note block. But it's a pretty cool little helper, and the fact that you can use it with literally any item you want is pretty handy. And on Origin Realms, there is a fair share of big items, which I think would look kind of interesting. I've never seen the top of this chandelier. What the heck? It looks like it just got caught in like a grapevine. No, don't take it! Don't steal it! What happens if we give it a shirt? Bro, it could do my laundry. That would be kind of funny if I built like a laundromat and I just had these guys flying in the background bringing shirts around. That would be a cool touch if you're building like a dry cleaner or something. For some reason. I don't know why you would build a dry cleaners. Out of all the things you could build in Minecraft, like what a boring thing to build. What about a Mogus? Yo, wait. Flying a Mogus? Why is he holding it like that? He's holding it like he's about to murder me with a Mogus. That is the definition of sus if I've ever seen it. He's also not moving anymore. Why are you not moving, bro? He looks like a clown, bro. He's literally a clown. Look at this dude. The flower just looks kind of cool. It almost looks like it's holding it as an umbrella to shield from the rain. This poor man's just getting bullied by spiders over here. Let's try giving it a mob head, since those are pretty big. Oh, those are big. What the heck? Why is it so big? Dude, okay, wait. You could give the Allay an invisibility effect. I just thought about this, and you could pretty much have floating mob heads. You could have, like, fake wither skull heads. Oriental lampstand looks good on the Allay. It would be interesting if the Allay could hold different lights like these, and it would actually count as a light source. Like, imagine just lighting up a room by having, like, I don't know, 50 Allays holding lamps. That'd be a really cool way to light a room, if that was possible. What about a book? This is gonna be small, right? Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Imagine having like an enchanting room and just having some of these guys like even just wandering around. Here is a baby bear, already pretty big. Here is a Papa Bear. Bye, Papa Bear. He looks like he wants to go dig a hole in the ground and hide. Why does he look so depressed? He looks so sad. But wait, Papa Bear gets even better. I think Papa Bear pulled an Uno reverse on me, never mind. I shouldn't have questioned Papa Bear's power, but my friends, you have not seen the absolute massive size of Bun Bun. Okay, that one is by far the most cursed, I think. The fact that the Allay's head is just like peeking out of Bun Bun's stomach like a parasite or like a kangaroo baby, I don't know which. That one's the most cursed for sure. All right, so here we have our third mob, the Copper Golem. You actually build a Copper Golem very similarly to an Iron Golem. You actually don't need a pumpkin though. All you need is a copper rod, a copper block, and then one oak button on the front, and then you press the oak button. Bada bing, bada boom, the little man appears. But basically, the main purpose of building a Copper Golem would be to have it press buttons for you. You place a wooden button, and immediately, it sees the wooden button, and it just has to dig its face into that thing for some reason. The older a Copper Golem gets, the more green it gets. But if you want to spawn an older version, all you have to do is build one, and this Copper Golem can actually spawn this next one for us. Hello? Okay, maybe not. Just walk back over there. I placed a button for you. You have to leave him a trail of buttons. Press this button. Make yourself useful as you're walking towards it. Ah, baited. There's no button anymore, buddy. But there is one right here.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
But yeah, as you can see, if we just build a bunch of other Copper Golems here, they'll just go around and press the buttons on their friends to spawn them in. Pretty cool. I don't know how you would use this, but there are probably some interesting ways you could think of. But yeah, if you place different versions of copper, for instance, oxidized copper, it will of course spawn a very, very green Copper Golem. And the greener a Copper Golem gets, the more oxidized it gets, the slower it moves. This is actually the slowest version, which just doesn't move. It just sits still. Dude, he's so slippery. He just keeps moving. He just keeps going around. You might be thinking to yourself, what's the point of building a redstone machine with a Copper Golem in it if the Copper Golem is eventually just gonna freeze? Then I'm gonna have to go in and replace him, right? Well, Origin Realms has come up with a solution to that. All you have to do is just right click on a Copper Golem with some honeycomb, and it waxes the golem. And now this golem that I waxed will no longer oxidize. It'll stay nice and pristine and shiny for the rest of its life. Also, if you messed up, if you accidentally let one of your Copper Golems oxidize and you want to get it back to normal, all you have to do is go up to it with an axe. I actually have a special shell axe here, which is a special type of axe you can only get on Origin Realms. You just right click the Copper Golem with any type of axe, you strip the layers of oxidized copper off, and now he's a new man. He's ready to move. Look at him. Look at the little lad go. Now, the Copper Golem is by far my favorite mob out of the three because it can activate redstone using wooden buttons, which gives it a lot of potential to be used in a bunch of different redstone contraptions. So I thought I'd test a couple ideas I had for different ways you might be able to use the Copper Golem with redstone. Let's try building some Copper Golem contraptions here. The first idea is pretty simple. Copper Golems like to go towards buttons. What happens if we make just a straight up pathway here with two buttons? We're gonna do one right here and one right here. We're going to place redstone lamps here. It's a pretty crude contraption, but this is the idea, right? Stone pressure plates, Copper Golem right here. If for some reason you ever wanted redstone lamps to be lit randomly, this Copper Golem is theoretically just gonna go back and forth forever, randomly lighting them up. There's probably some better ways you can make this do something a little bit more, I don't know, cool looking. But the basic idea here is, what if we set up two buttons and a bunch of pressure plates in between, and we just have the Copper Golem going back and forth, back and forth. Maybe you use this to spawn mobs. Maybe you use this to activate something other than lamps, because honestly, lamps seem pretty lame. Maybe you use it for like random note blocks being pressed to make a randomized song. Could be a random song generator. I definitely think lamps is not it though. Is there anything good we could do with dispensers and Copper Golems? Probably not. Sheep farm auto. How would you have an auto sheep farm? If I put shears in a dispenser and then I press a button, does that shear the sheep that's standing next to the dispenser? Is that a thing? The first step is just to get the sheep trapped in a hole, like so. Seems like a good hole to me. Let's see if we... And yoink. Okay, good. I'm gonna dig a little hole here next to the sheep. I'm gonna take this block, I'm gonna replace it with the dispenser. Boom. All right, and then in this dispenser that I've placed next to the sheep, I'm gonna put one pair of shears. We're gonna trap a little copper golem right here. And now we're going to place an oak button on this dispenser. When he presses that, the dispenser shears whatever sheep is standing next to the dispenser. All we have to do is build this very, very simple contraption, and the copper golem would just farm wool off of these sheep for eternity. In addition to activating redstone with wooden buttons, the Copper Golem also has another less obvious feature. If you placed enough buttons in a path, you could essentially program it to move from point A to point B. Now, making Copper Golems walk back and forth is pretty entertaining, but I had an even better idea for how you could use wooden buttons to tell Copper Golems where to move. We are about to build a Wipeout style obstacle course on this little scenic pond, and we're gonna see if the Copper Golems can make it to the end of the obstacle course. But before we do that, I need to just do some basic parkour tests. We need to see what the Copper Golems are capable of, get an idea of what would be too easy, what would be too hard. Let's see what happens when a Copper Golem walks up slabs. Should be incredibly easy. I expect it to pass it. Let's go ahead and build a Copper Golem here, and it should right away just start walking towards the button. Up the top of the stairs. You can do it, little man. This is just practice, no pressure. Go whenever you're ready. Whenever you feel like moving, go ahead. The floor is yours. Any moment now. Button's right up the stairs. Right up there. Right in front of you. He's just spinning his head. He literally hasn't taken a single step. He's not even being rebellious. He's just not, like, Rando says it's too far away. If that's really, like... Oh, now he moves. Now he walks! Gotta lure him back with a fake button. Break the button. Oh, no. I feel so bad when they do that. And then it's not there and they just look up at you in desperation. Why have you done this to me? And, okay, I'm sorry. Do I need to make a new golem? Come back! He's just walking away. He is actually leaving. Please. No, I've already severed my relationship with this golem.
Everybody betrayed me. I fed up with this world.
If we just build him a button breadcrumb trail, is he smart enough to eventually make it to the end? If I just sit here on his own, can he follow the buttons and make it all the way to the final button? Wait. Yo. Is he actually doing it? No, that's the wrong. Don't press the other. Please. Why? Why are you... I hate to say it around them. I'm just going to say it quietly here. But guys, these golems are actually idiots. I don't know if you've noticed by now. They can't tell a wooden button from a little doggy doo-doo. That's the truth. Okay, I know the problem. I know the problem. It's such a simple problem. It's an extremely simple problem. We just got to make it so it's impossible for him to go anywhere else but the button. All right. Number 3, you got this. I've removed any distractions. There's no reason for him to walk anywhere but up the stairs to the button at the top. You can do this. I believe in you. You got this. Go, little Timmy. You literally die in water. You literally turn green and stop moving. He effectively just committed suicide to not do the one simple task of pressing the button. It was right there. It's so easy. How much easier can I make it? Are you guys ready to see the best dang Wipeout obstacle course built on Origin Realms in Minecraft for Copper Golems? Because that's what's about to happen, right? We're gonna have ourselves a good old-fashioned Copper Golem race. Here we go, baby. I have created a full-on Wipeout course for Copper Golems. It has wooden buttons to lead them along the course. The question is, which Copper Golem out of these 3 Copper Golems is going to make it to the end first? Copper Golem Ultimate Wipeout. This is Copper Golem Ultimate Wipeout. It starts Copper Golem Ultimate Wipeout officially starts now. Looks like all of them have immediately raced to the first bouncy ball. They appear to be stuck there at the moment because they've all placed themselves in kind of strange positions. What they need to do is get directly on the edge of the slime block, standing slightly on the obsidian, so they can reach the button but still get hit by this top slime block. They basically are just looking to be halfway between the slime and the obsidian. It looks like this one on the edge is kind of in the perfect position, but he decided to walk away. That one just quit, okay? Looks like we're down to 2. Oh! That was so close. The positioning on the second iron golem was beautiful. Looks like this one's readjusting. Oh, he hit it! He hit it! The mad lad made it across. Okay, that is one copper golem that is cleared. Obstacle number 1, the bouncy balls. It looks like this one might start. Meanwhile, copper golem number 1 does seem like he is struggling with the wall of pain. Oh, the second golem made it across. Both golems are now on the wall of pain. They're going to have to walk in between each of these pistons and make it to the other side. The question is it even possible for them to make it to the other side? Some would say yes. Others might say no. But I believe in these mad little lads. The problem is they seem to be pressing this one button. This really is gaming when you think about it. They could be doing the one task they need to do to get to the ends. Yet here they are on a side quest. They just keep pressing that button over and over and over again. Why do they love these little buttons at the bottom of the staircase? I don't know. I don't understand. No! I'm sure this is what happens when they try to make the actual show Wipeout. Like, there are probably multiple Wipeout episodes that never made it to TV just because the contestants themselves were terrible. Like, who would want to watch this? So, the Wipeout idea didn't go exactly as planned, but I feel like I could build a better Wipeout course in the future, so I'll probably try that again in another video. Unfortunately, that is all the time I have for today's video, but before I go, we're starting a new tradition. A couple videos ago, I said we'd be starting each video by naming a fill, and I changed my mind about that. We're not going to be starting each video like that, but we will be ending each video that way. So, from now on, I will always end my Origin Realms videos by naming a fill. Here we go. I think the last fill we named was fill, right? It was 4 fills. Fill, filly, fill. Gotta mix it up a little bit. We can't just keep doing fill. Put a little filly in there. Why not? Fill, filly, fill. There he is. Look at him in all his glory. Look at the absolute chonker of a name tag he has. Fill, filly, fill.